If you haven't been reading the new Titans series, well, it's not new. It's a continuation of Tom Taylor's Titans, but with a completely different direction and a new creative team. John Layman and Pete Woods, I believe, are on it. There's a new leader of the Teen Titans, or the Titans, whatever you want to call it. I think it's Titans right now. But I still call them the Teen Titans because it's the same team, and they're absolutely amazing. And there was a time when Teen Titans was probably the best-selling book at DC, and amongst the best-selling books in all of the industry, if not the best-selling. Obviously, you got to go back to the Marv Wolfman, George Perez days, where we had a young Dick Grayson Robin come out of his shell, become Nightwing, the leader of the Teen Titans, and put this thing on the map for a very long time. I still love the Titans. I did not like the Tom Taylor series, and I'm indifferent right now, thus far, with the John Layman Titans. It hasn't really hooked me yet. I'm going to stay on because I do love the Titans so much. And as long as it's not bad, I'll probably continue to read it. The Pete Woods art is perfectly fine. Not great, but perfectly fine. There's a new leader in town. It's no longer Dick Grayson, the normal leader of the Titans. It's actually Donna Troy right now, which I don't particularly have a problem with. But there's an article out on the Screen Rant that says it's time for Dick Grayson to step aside, and they need some new blood in there. And while I do take some issues with the perspective of the author, I think it's fun to talk about this and some of the things that are going on in Titans that you might want to read about. The Titans are operating under new leadership now that Nightwing has stepped aside and promoted Wonder Girl to the role of leader as his replacement. Nightwing has spent years commanding the Titans, so following Donna's orders doesn't come easily to him, creating friction between them as they butt heads. Donna Troy is officially the Titans leader, and she's ensuring that everyone knows it, especially Nightwing. And of course, this is going to play out because, the Titans have always kind of been the answer to the X-Men, whereas the Avengers are the answers to Justice League, where it's bigger level stuff when you get to Justice League and Avengers. When you get to the Titans and the X-Men, while it's certainly big league stuff, it's a lot of more interpersonal conflicts in relationships and things of that nature. And Dick Grayson stepping aside and handing over the mantle of leadership to Donna Troy, Wonder Girl, of course, is going to cause a little bit of friction between the two, and they should play it up. I mean, John Layman is doing the right thing, and that's how you create, stakes and drama and tension between the two. Now, as far as Nightwing stepping aside, it's basically because he's saying that he's so busy with Bloodhaven. He just doesn't have the time to be the official leader of the Titans. He doesn't have enough room on his plate for that mantle right now, so she's decided to step in. And me personally, I like Donna Troy. I like Wonder Girl. We haven't really seen her featured much, especially since Rebirth, when we had that Dan Abnett Titan series that was really, really good, but it was much more focused on a Wally West. But we did get Donna Troy in there, but then she just kind of disappeared, and they made Tempest a drunk or something. Remember that? This was all weird stuff going on there. Was that in Heroes in Crisis? I think it might have been. So the Titans, we haven't really seen a good version of this for quite some time, so I'm glad to see it back. Hopefully he nails it because the Tom Taylor stuff was bad. But Nightwing handing over the mantle to Donna Troy, no big deal. And the fact that she's having issues with Nightwing only makes all the sense in the world because he has been the de facto leader of the Titans for, 40 years? Maybe longer than that? A long time. He's been in charge. The Titans have relocated to a new underground base called Titans Tunnels, which the team isn't too thrilled about. Nightwing critiques Donna's decision to relocate, citing the Justice League and Titans' dismay, and suggests that she should lift their teammates' spirits like he would. Wonder Girl is quick to shoot Nightwing's ideas down and remind him that she's replaced him as the Titans leader. Like it or not, Nightwing has been dethroned from his former position, which means he needs to respect the new direction that Donna Troy is taking the Titans. I don't know, man. If all of a sudden I have to move out of the prison that they retrofitted to become Titans Tower, and we can't live on the Watchtower where every other member of the Justice League and the Titans are all Justice Leaguers because everyone's a Justice Leaguer, so I can live in the sewers. I might have a point of contention. I might be like, you know what? I'm going to raise my hand here and say, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to live in these stinky sewers. What am I, a fucking Morlock? What are you doing to me? Am I working for the Mole Man or am I working for Donna fucking Troy here? Can't we find a little bit better place than Titans Tunnels underground? What are they, a fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I can't even imagine a reason why they would need to relocate underground to Titans Tunnels. And as a point of leadership, and somebody that has been a leader, or was a leader for a long time in the United States military. I haven't been a leader since I retired. I'm a leader of one now because I kind of do my own thing. But you do have to have buy-in. And when your team is objecting or they're not enjoying the decision that's been made or what you've been ordered to do and stuff like that, you do have to sit down and listen to them. And you do have to understand their point of view and come up with a way to kind of sell it. And I think it's going to be difficult to sell to anybody. It's like, we're not going to live on the billion-dollar satellite with everybody else. We're living in the sewers with the rats in the Titans tunnels. And just summarily disrespecting and not paying attention to Nightwing as he's bringing up the points of contention, not from himself, but from the rest of the team, does show poor leadership on Donna Troy's part. But she could think, and if this is what she believes, I guess I can understand it. She could think he's mansplaining. You know, he might have his legs spread wide open as he's mansplaining the shit out of this. And she's like, fuck this guy. He's trying to mansplain to me why nobody wants to live with these sewer rats and smell all this disgusting feces and refuse that are here in Titans Tunnels. Screw that guy. He's mansplaining. You're eating a shit sandwich, Nightwing. And the rest of y'all too, because he was mansplained and he had his legs spread open and he was showing me his balls as a sign of aggression and dominance over me. And I will not take it. I don't believe that happens in the comic book, but, you know, it's good to add a little bit of context there. Nightwing may have been the one who chose Donna Troy to replace him, but he seems to be having more trouble stepping down than he'd anticipated. After all, he's led the Titans since he helped found the team in 1965, Teen Titans #1 by Bob Haney and Nick Carty. When his teammates have concerns, Dick usually steps in, and he must now trust that Donna can handle the situation. For a natural leader like Nightwing, that adjustment can't be easy. Still, with that being said, Donna can only thrive as a Titans leader if Nightwing gives her the space to do so. Well, my bad. It's more than 40 years. It's 60 years. I would think about Teen Titans. I think of like Tales of the New Teen Titans. When I think about that, you sometimes forget that it was actually created like 20 years before it really popped off, obviously, under Marv Wolfman and George Perez. But, you know, you got to give her some space. You do. You got to let Donna Troy be the leader and make her own mistakes. But if you're Nightwing, you might want to step in and, you know, kind of help out the rest of the team. You don't want your friends just like sleeping in the sewer for no reason when things could be better. And I do understand why Nightwing would want to step in because he is a natural leader and he has been the leader of the team for quite some time. But you do have to let Donna Troy kind of fail every once in a while. And it sounds like she's failing right off the bat. When you got your buddies sleeping, there's like a soggy diaper, using it as a fucking pillow because she doesn't want to live above ground. Probably making a mistake there. But it's good to see Donna Troy getting some leadership. She's been such a psychotic fucking killer over in the Wonder Woman series from Tom King. You see that? She just like, was she the one that was Robin Banks? No, that was Yara Flor that was Robin Banks. What did she do? She didn't bomb the thing because that was Cassie Sandsmark, and she didn't rip that one dude to pieces because that was Cheetah. She murdered somebody else. I can't remember. They were all just killing people left and right. I can remember all the scenarios, but the one that Donna Troy did. Once again, she gets gypped out of a good a scenario. You can't even remember the murder spree that she was on. So it's good to see Donna Troy put into the limelight. But if we're being honest with ourselves, if you're Arsenal, if you're Wally West, if you're Beast Boy, if you're Raven, if you're Starfire, your default setting is probably to go to Nightwing when you have issues. And that is probably going to be a problem for Donna Troy moving forward. The last wrap up of this take on Donna Troy taking over the mantle of leadership in Titans. Nightwing's time as the Titans leader has come and gone, and it's time for Donna Troy to take center stage and lead in her own way. It can't be denied that Nightwing was an effective leader, but he needs to respect that Donna won't be the same leader that he was. And that's a good thing. Oh, no. That's never a good line. If Nightwing continues to disapprove of every decision Donna makes, the Titans as a whole will fracture, and she won't be able to properly unite them. Nightwing isn't in charge of the Titans anymore, while Wonder Girl's era as the team leader is only beginning. I hate to break it to the writer of this, and it sounds like he's really excited about Donna Troy, but who are we kidding? It's Nightwing's team. It's a Dick Grayson thing. Without Nightwing, there is no Titans. He is the foundation that the Teen Titans and all of their success was built on, and he's the only reason anyone continues to read the book. Nobody reads it for fucking Beast Boy. That guy sucks. He turns into a mouse. Like, who cares about that? He almost destroyed the entire planet. I like Starfire, but I like Starfire because Nightwing is into her, and that could be like a relationship thing. Cyborg, complete fucking dork. Nobody likes Cyborg. I love Wally West, but half the time he's leaving the team. He's always walking away. You remember the first time we saw Nightwing with the fucking pop collar and all that stuff? It was as Wally West was leaving the team. Donna Troy, great character, never gets enough spotlight. People aren't reading this for Donna Troy. Nobody's reading it for Raven. Nobody reads anything with Raven. She's like the most boring character in all of DC Comics. There's only one reason to read the book, and that's Nightwing. And if he wants to put Donna Troy in her place and mansplain up a little bit, I'm here for it. And it's time that Donna Troy learns there's only one true leader of the Teen Titans. It's Nightwing. And if he's nice enough to hand over the mantle for a few weeks and say, hey, listen, sweet cheeks, you can be the leader of the new Teen Titans while I'm off busy doing something, but make sure you check with me for every single decision you make. I'm with Nightwing on this one. It's time for Donna Troy to realize that she is just a leader in name only. Nobody's actually turning to her because it's Nightwing's fucking team. He's the one that puts asses in seats. There ain't another other member of the Titans, and I love the Titans, that puts asses in seats like Dick Grayson. The only one that's close to is probably Wally West. And like I said, he's always walking away from the team, quitting. Oh, you got wife and kids now? Oh, you lost your kids in the fucking Speed Force? Get over it, chump. Time to get with the team and actually start putting your heart in this damn thing and make the Teen Titans as big as they've ever been. Of course, they're not the Teen Titans anymore. They're just the Titans. Really, the last time we had a good Teen Titans, and I think everybody missed this. And if you did, I do highly recommend you go back and check it out. I don't remember who wrote the first half of Teen Titans in Rebirth, but I think about 20-something issues in, another writer comes on. His name is Adam Glass. I'm not completely familiar with him. It sounds like he's about to come back to comic books and write comic books more often. He was doing like a showrunner thing. Really talented dude. He introduced an entirely new team of Teen Titans led by Damian Wayne. There's a nice fight with Deathstroke, but we get this great new character called Roundhouse. They team him up with Kid Flash, and it's absolutely amazeballs. I love their relationship. It's one of my favorite relationships in all DC Comics. And if you can go back and read that Adam Glass Teen Titans series, it's fucking good. It's real good. If you missed out on it, definitely check that out. Obviously, that's not Titans. If you want some really good Titan stuff, because the Tom Taylor stuff stunk, you have to go back to the Dan Abnett Rebirth series, which is absolutely fantastic. Was that Brett Booth? Or was Brett Booth doing the Flash series? I think it was Brett Booth, but I might be wrong on that one. It doesn't matter. It looked great in the Dan Abnett Titan series. Was going places until it wasn't, unfortunately. But that one was really good as well. If you're a Titans fan and you know that Dick Grayson should be the leader forever and ever, there's a word for that, and I've forgotten what it is. It was Greek or Latin. I've spaced on it because I'm so damn old now. Let me know in the comment section. Donna Troy needs to know her role and shut her mouth while Nightwing makes sure that she's making the right decisions, checks up on all of them, and okays it, because he's the real leader of the Titans, and he always will be. If you appreciate what we've got going on here, talking about comic books and all the things that are going on, and you would like to support Thinking Critical YouTube, there's one place to do that, and that is Thinking Critical Patreon. If you haven't checked it out, there's a link in the video description. I will say this right now. If you go and you sign up right now and you get the free membership where you're not really signed up to any tiers and you don't even use your week's trial or whatever, next week for Christmas, every single Patreon exclusive thing will be up on there for everyone that's got a membership. You'll be able to download it on Spotify, check it out, and see if perhaps Thinking Critical Patreon for you, an entire free week preview for everyone that's an actual member, a full week's free preview for everyone that's a member of Thinking Critical Patreon, whether you're paid or not. That is my gift to you for the holiday season. Hope to see you there very, very soon.